In the only building this franchise has ever known. We're at the home of the Texans. Welcome to NRG Stadium in Houston. Kaimi Fairbairn ready to get this one going. And away we go from NRG Stadium. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's first and 10. Mitchell gets it from the gun. And he takes a shot near the marker, but it looks like he still has enough for that first down.
Hey, even though that was an excellent run, I got to talk about the receivers here, Kate, because 9 times out of 10, you see a run like that in this league, 10+, you know those guys on the outside are doing their job, shining as blockers, keeping those defenders away from the back.
Slated down to approach here from the 40. On first and 10, it's Jackson. He gets it complete to his man, Tyreek Hill. And he's out of bounds after reaching the 40. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Throwing now on first down, it's Jackson. Pocket isn't holding up, they're able to drop it. And a big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
And look at that. All that effort and success from the previous play, it is gone. Credit to this defense who snapped and clear. That's part of this game. You got to snap and clear. Give up a big play, come back and make a big one for yourself. And they do get home.
All right, here we go. Second down. Trying again following the sack. Gets made by Keaton Mitchell. And they make the tackle at the 38.
I know that completion doesn't move the chains, but I love it nonetheless. You make sure that defense is aware of every eligible player going out, and this time it was out of the backfield with the running back that shows he's adept at catching it as well.
A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. Play action now with Jackson. This one's taken in by Hill. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a pickup of 26. And that's good for a Ravens first down. From the red zone now. He's on the move. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be second down.
You hear so many programs all around the league talk about it's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. Well, discretion, a better part of valor in a lot of cases. And right there, he understood it's all about the ball, and I'm not going to risk a turnover wisely, throwing it away.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. Running out of the gun with Mitchell. And he drives this forward to the 6.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
Now Jackson on 3rd down. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
All you can do is shake your head sometimes. Sure, the pass play works. They come up just an inch or two short for the first down.
spots, and that's enough to give them the first down. Here's Lamar. Has it down close. Touchdown, Baltimore. What an outstanding opening series, partner. They just wore down that defense as they marched their way to the end zone.
Yeah, it took a whole bunch of that opening script to find a touchdown, but it showed just how well designed that script was. It was the right sequence of plays to keep that ball moving and find the end zone, getting your offense established in its top gear right here early on.
The Ravens kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Come on. Ready.
Throwing from the gun here. He gets a lot behind one, deep downfield. And he nearly gave it away to start this game. Almost an interception, but instead, a gift. They get it back for second down.
Ready. Hut.
Throwing now from the gun. Into the hands of Schultz. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
Ravens bring an extra DB out there. Third down coming up.
Trap 60. Check go.
They're throwing it. Catch is made by the rookie out of Tennessee. They pick up 20 yards there. And it sets up a Houston first.
Ready.
New set of downs for him from the 46.
Ready.
Running for the first time with Joe Mixon. And his defense offering no room at all up the gut there. No gain. Stopping that play, Trenton Simpson. No gain there that time, and it's second and 10.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic,
Here we
finding
go.
the runner. That's instincts come to life.
60 Bobcat.
Second and 10 now. On target to his back, Joe Mixon. Houston going at the 30. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
Let's go now.
Now their opening drive certainly going according to plan, Brock. It's a new set of downs at the 27.
60 Maverick. Hut.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. To the left side, caught by Andrews.
That's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
Let's go.
Here's second and 7. Brought in close to the 8. And he's going to be tackled, but still all the way down to the 6. That's a pickup of 17 yards, partner, and it makes it first and goal.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
They've set themselves up well for an opening drive touchdown here, Brock. It's first and goal. Timeout coming from the Texans. That's their first. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Oh, look at this. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And in for the Houston touchdown. Here's Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. Looking toward the upright, but it's good. And the Texans respond with 7 of their own to tie it here early. Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. This return starts at the 5. Finds some space. He's past the 30. And they'll be happy about where they're about to take the field. He's up to the 35 on the return. The Ravens in a very good field position as they come up 1st and 10. Mitchell takes it straight ahead. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost. He busted.
And he has it along the sideline, but he got a little too close to that edge. They're going to say he's out of bounds. We've got 2nd down.
Hey, I know nobody's perfect. And all you have to do is listen to me and how many words I screw up. But you certainly expect those throws of that length to be 100%. They've got to be borderline automatic in this offense.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Shotgun snap to Jackson. Throwing the out route complete. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. He picks up 15 on the play. And that'll be 1st down, Baltimore.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
He winds up out of bounds, and that's going to be the end of the 1st quarter. That's the end of one. Both teams with a little luck finding the end zone early. Scoreboard showing 7s on each side. We'll make our return to NRG Stadium after this. Back at beginning of the 2nd quarter, Ravens in possession. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. Lamar throwing again. Stays in the pocket. This time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
You're not going to see it in the box score, Kate, at the end of the game, but that was some high-quality zone coverage right there. Great design. Tremendous communication. Everybody trusting one another. And allowed them to just collapse that pocket and finally get home.
After the sack, another pass on 2nd down. Completes this one to Hill.
Kate, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s versus man on the drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give your quarterback his numbers, and you can find a completion just like that.
They come to the line here. This is 3rd and 6. Lamar now from the gun. Complete out to the right side. They touch him down as he finds enough to pick up the 1st.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
And he finds him in the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Ravens take a second quarter lead. That one right down the middle. And the Ravens break that tie and now lead by 7. The Ravens kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. On the return, here comes Kene Wangu. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. Ready.
Off the play fake, he's going to throw. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
Go! 19 Lion.
Throwing on 2nd and 10. He's throwing deep to the left side. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete. Clean breakup on that throw. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
You know, I don't fault that look at all, Kate, downfield. It was just an excellent defensive play to deny him the ball and knock it away. That is good on good.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down.
Set, go.
Looking for a throw here. He's looking deep once again. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Defender's not going to be thrilled. The catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. Calls fair catch and has it inside the 40-yard line. No return on that punt. And the Ravens will go on offense. First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. They'll begin with a quick completion to the right side. He gets it forward for a gain of 3. Christian Harris on the stop.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
2nd down now, 7 to go. They kick the running back in motion. From the 42. Tight end reels in the shallow throw. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
I'm sure, Coach, the play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
180.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. Escapes the pocket. And he's out a yard or 2 shy of the 15. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset. To the line we go. They're set, 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. And he has the catch, gets both feet in. That's a touchdown. The Ravens take a 13-point lead. PAT effort coming up. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Ravens double their lead to 14. The Ravens kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. From his own end zone, here we go. And he gets up beyond the 20, but they plant him a few inches into the ground to end that return.
Ready?
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Here we go. Set. Ready?
Throwing from the gun. He throws a bullet to the center of the field. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Kyle Hamilton with the pick. And the Ravens get the football back across midfield before going down inside the 45-yard line on the return. From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. We send a man in motion.
Report.
1st down, here's Lamar. Buying some time right. Oh, check this one down, complete to the fullback. And he's going to get it out past the 40 before he goes out.
You know what I love about this? Never showing panic. When he leaves the pocket, look at his eyes. They continue to search downfield. They're never looking at the rush. Finding the open man downfield before running out of real estate.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5.
You at.
From the 38. Throwing this back in the end zone. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. That throw doesn't lead to 6. And it'll be 3rd and 5 coming up.
Oh, that is such a bummer. A dropped touchdown right in the end zone. We're going to see how quickly he can flush this one. He better, because they got to make an impact later.
No.
Slot man in motion left. Now Jackson on 3rd down. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down. So on to punt, and a bit of a homecoming for him after growing up here in Houston is Braden Mann. He punted a couple of times last week in their loss, and now gets this one away. And this one ventures out of play on the fly. The question is where it's marked. Looks like they'll say the 17-yard line.
Onward.
You gotta be smarter than that. No reason to hit the kicker there, and that gives them a 1st down. Out of the gun, here's Jackson. Hits his running back. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line.
These intermediate gains, that's the wheelhouse for these two to connect on. Start the series off well. It sure keeps the defense on its toes in case they try to load up. It's just simply cover the receivers.
Pressure coming, it's Jackson. Pass complete to Walker. And he has them a 1st down, which they will tackle on the other side of this 2-minute warning. From the red zone now. Catch is made in close. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down.
This time they're going to get there and they drop it. Houston calls it 2nd timeout. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call is going to be on 3rd down.
Yeah, this is one of the occasions, Kate, where this defense got to just keep chopping wood. Keep chopping wood. I know they're a little more careful about actually having axes in locker rooms anymore after injuries, but the mantra is the same. You can't look at the scoreboard nor worry about what your offense is doing. You got to keep punishing your opponent.
Jackson now on 3rd. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Baltimore. The Ravens boat racing them to the halftime locker room. Now they'll try the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Ravens stretch their lead to 21. The Ravens kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. Chooses to bring this one out. This isn't even going to make the 20. The coverage team gets to him. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Come on. Set.
Putting the tight end in motion. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. That's a catch for Nico Collins. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down.
From a great throw to a nice route catch to moving the chains. There wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Ready.
They'll throw on 1st. Completed to Collins. And he takes it up and across midfield into Ravens territory.
Go.
From the 48. Out to his wideout, it's a screen. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down.
So critical, Kate, on those receiver screens to get that ball out with great precision. You don't want that receiver thinking about anything but navigating the blocks in front of him. That's well done by everybody.
They motion the tight end over. Buys time, rolling right. Pass caught, 9-yard line. He'll get this inside the 10 to the 9. 1st down from the red zone. Has it down close. Touchdown, Houston. Fairbairn now for the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Texans get it back to a 14-point game. Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They've got 1st and 10, Brock, but time for maybe 2 plays at most if they even want to try anything.
Middle.
Looking to throw. Forced out to his right. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down.
Look at how well the coverage held up on that play. Even as the QB escapes the pocket and buys extra time secondary, they got real sticky, stayed tight and forced the throw.
Hey, report. Out.
Throwing it just before halftime. Complete out to the right. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Ewart with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. The Ravens kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Ready.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Wow, wide open here, complete. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Connects on the crosser. And he's in! Touchdown, Houston! The Texans cut into the lead coming out of halftime. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just gotta ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yeah.
Now, when you run that fly route, you gotta win right from the jump. You gotta protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up. You can find pay dirt.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. On the return, here comes Justice Hill. They get to him before that return can amount to much, just beyond the 15-yard line. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Mitchell up the middle. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Kalen Bullock up to make the stop. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
Humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means. But one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Lamar off the play fake. Headed out right. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. That's 16 on the pickup. And that's good for a Ravens 1st down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes it's breaking the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Kamari Lassiter getting up there to make the stop. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet. But let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
Throwing deep for the end zone. And he's there to send that one away, incomplete.
No fault to look downfield at all. I mean, that's just a situation there where it's a better defensive play than the offense executing.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Lamar now from the gun. Complete beyond the marker. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. How about a big hitter, 30, 40 yards there and a new set of downs.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. Getting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
It's a real solid pickup, 12 yards, and it rewards them with a 1st and goal.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Going jumbo set on his 1st and goal. And again, it's Jackson. And they will score. It's a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens push their lead further to start the half. Well, we all know that he's somebody they like to have working down near the end zone, Brock, and there is so many ways they know how to use him down there.
Yeah, things are constantly different down there when you're trying to defend him, which is what makes defending him so tough, borderline impossible at times. He can make the smallest little tweaks to his route just like a receiver would, and it's a totally different animal, a nightmare for these defenses.
The Ravens kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. Return coming from the 6. He stopped on the return at the 27. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Let's go now. '79 Broncos. Set go.
Airing it out to start this drive. Wangu on the catch. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. Ready.
To the air now on 1st and 10. That's taken in by Wangu. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41.
Got it. Ready.
2nd and 6 coming up here.
Check. Set up.
From the 41. Throw left side, complete. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks. 1st down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Throwing with a blitz on the way. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. He was looking for Mark Andrews. And it sets up 2nd down.
Ready. Mustang 19. Go.
Still sticking with the passing game. That one's complete, right side. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains. All right, I'll set up now. 1st and 10.
Ready.
They are throwing it again. Catch is made in close. And he's out of bounds at the 4. Oh, he was thinking touchdown there. Might be trying to power this across, Brock. They've got 3 tight ends out there. It's 1st and goal.
Set. Ready.
Working inside the red zone. He rolls to his right. The back grabs it. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop.
You know, I'm really not sure if that was an intentionally brave play to challenge double coverage or just simply not seeing the 2 defenders. Either way, what a tremendous throw and catch that earns some momentum.
70 Rangers. 70 Rangers. Hut, hut.
Throwing it again here. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
Come on. Set.
From the gun on 3rd down. He's got it. And in for the Houston touchdown. He hung in there as long as he could. A lot of quarterbacks would have bailed out, and it was what you talk about, Brock, that courage that kept the chant for the touchdown alive.
Yeah, that touchdown's going to show up on his stat sheet making the catch and the quarterback stat sheet for making the throw, but hey, can we put some touchdowns up there for the big boys up front? It was their blocking and buying of time for that play that led to the score.
And no return here. This is a touchback, and the ball's going to come out to the 20. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Ready.
Running right with Mitchell. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few. He got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Only 1 quarter remaining now in these teams' regular season. It's Ravens ball as they try to keep that lead and close out a win. Offense to the line for second down.
180. Cut.
From the gun, Jackson. And he overshoots his man. It's incomplete.
You know, I love this, Kate, from an offense. Just philosophically, stretching that secondary out with your tight end. Even still, one of the deeper targets you're going to see him get. It's a shame they couldn't quite connect.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down.
It's on. It's on.
Out of the gun, here's Jackson. Can't avoid that one, and they take him down. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up fourth down. On is the punt team, and away goes the punt. Has it at the 37. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. That punt finishes as a 60-yard effort. And it's going to be Texans football. First and 10 from the 41.
Ready. Check go.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. Give him 32 on the play. And the Texans are going to have the first down.
Kate, that play so indicative of why tight ends in this league have become just an X factor. Right, they're big. They could block at the line of scrimmage, but the elite guys, well, they've got that speed, and they could take something short and make a difference with it down the field.
Come 19. Come 19. Ready.
Pass play on first and 10. Into a crowd, and a defender comes up with it. Nate Wiggins has got it.
Well, obviously not the cleanest game without 2 interceptions, but here's the key. This is where mental toughness for a quarterback becomes so critical. And frankly, why some of the best QBs playing today have baseball in their background, because you flush your mistakes. Okay, you strike out, you throw an interception, but you got to go get it in that next series. Got to put these interceptions behind and press forward ahead.
Offense ready to begin this drive. First and 10. Now a give right side to Mitchell. And they're able to drag him down as he reaches the 15-yard line. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield. And a back who can show off his wheels.
That one's cut along the left sideline. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that'll be first down, Baltimore. On the handoff, here's Mitchell. And he'll knife his way through for a pickup of 4.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign that they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
Second and 6 coming up here.
No, we changed it.
Shotgun snap to Jackson. Rides him over the middle. And he stopped cold at the spot. Ooh, he paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that first down.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that's good for a Ravens first down. A give to Mitchell, running left. Room to run inside the 20. And he will carry this across The Ravens go up by 2 scores, 13 points in the fourth. That one splits the uprights. And the Ravens double their lead to 14. The Ravens kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. Wangu now to return. He's stopped on the return at the 27. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Ready.
Man in motion here.
Buffalo 18. And up.
Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. He lets a heater go deep, middle of the field. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on 1st down, but just couldn't make the connection. No luck finding his receiver that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Here we go. Panther 11. Hut.
He'll look to throw. Short pass brought in. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
Dragon 60. Go.
Throwing from the gun here. Completed over the middle. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Offense in the hurry-up here. So tough to stay set when you've got defenders doing everything they can to make you jump, and, well, they got one of them to move that time. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down.
Let's go now. Ready.
They'll throw it again. He throws a bullet deep to the right side. Oh, and he can't follow through. He had the deep shot for a moment, Brock, but he bobbled it and drops it. No connection on the last play, and now 3rd down.
Let's go.
Back to throw. Second 1st down grab and still going. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs.
I'm not lying. Ready.
He'll throw it yet again. Andrews with the catch. And he takes this one nearly to the red zone before going out.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play.
From the 23. That takes us to the 2-minute warning in Houston. Texans losing by 14. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here.
70. Warriors 70.
They've got a man in motion.
Check go.
To throw. It's tipped away, and it's going to hit the ground incomplete. Defender winning that rep. That brings up 4th down.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Ready.
Desperation time here on 4th. He finds him beyond the marker. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. The Texans now within 1 score in the 4th. Texans facing a big play as they go for 2.
Set.
Setting up to pass. And he'll get into the end zone to make this a 1-score game in the 4th quarter.
You know, we tend to say this all the time, and I'll say it yet again, Kate. Big targets in the red zone are an enormous advantage. Not many guys can match up and defend someone like him, and no surprise, it went right to him for the conversion.
He'll now to return it. And this drive will start inside the 25. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Mitchell on the give, headed left. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
You call that 1st down running play. You don't always expect to get those kind of yards. They'll take that every single time.
Forward.
They're set up at the 35 now. 1st down, and they go right back to him. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops. Timeout coming from the Texans. That's their 1st. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
It's not.
Here's Mitchell again. Across midfield to the 45. And he has it down to the 26-yard line. Houston calls it 2nd timeout. And they'll have just 1 left to burn now.
So all they needed to see right there before the snap. Defense way overcommitted to stopping the quick pass. Became really easy to hand it off and watch that running back do the rest.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. Final timeout called by the Texans. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now. Lining up to take a knee on 2nd down. The Ravens in victory formation and content to just knee this one out.
There's still some time to bleed off the clock, but the important factor is that the defense is helpless to stop it. You could just run that clock down as far as you're able and take off every single second. Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
So the Ravens will fly home with the win. And they snag some much-needed momentum to end the